My name is Carl DeRosio, and I minister with Lighthouse Harbour Ministries in the Port of Vancouver. I'm currently at Alliance Grain Terminal on the south side of the harbour. Did you know that seafarers and ships are mentioned throughout the Bible? In fact, the first ship we come across is Noah's Ark, and the account of that is recorded in Genesis chapters 6 to 9. God told Noah he was going to judge the world with a flood, and God told him, build a ship. God gave him the plans. He told him how to make it. Now, Noah's ship was large. It was 137 meters long. To put that into perspective, the ship I'm walking beside here is a little over 200 meters long. And remember, one family built the ark. What a huge task. No shipyard, no team of engineers, just a family of 8. You know, we don't know how long exactly it took Noah to build the ark. I'm sure many, many years of his life were spent working on a task God told him to do. What faith? Do you know Hebrews 11 says that Noah did all this when warned about things not yet seen? Imagine, he had never seen rain. No one had. And still he is spending years of his life building a ship. It goes on to say, in holy fear he built an ark to save his family. He believed God was bringing judgment, and because of his fear and his reverence for God, he did as he was told. That's a lot of work to save himself and his family. His story is about faith in what God said was going to happen, and that faith led to real action. No, I'm sure there were a lot of obstacles. He had to get or fabricate all the parts for his ship. He needed to harvest the trees and transport them to the building site. There were probably a lot of laughter and mocking by everyone around him, but he kept on building. Noah had great faith in God. Some people in Noah's day may have said something like this. You know, Noah, you've been talking about rain and you've been building for many years, but nothing. You must be wrong. You know, this kind of attitude happens today. 2 Peter 2 and 3, when speaking about Jesus coming again, says, some people will say this, where is the promise of his coming? For ever since the fathers fell asleep, all things are continuing as they were from the beginning of creation. Many people will laugh and not take God's warning seriously. The people in Noah's day were not prepared for a worldwide flood. And on my own, I'm not ready to meet this holy God who created everything. Hebrews 10 and 31 says this, it is a dreadful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. The Bible tells us that God will one day judge each of us. We will all stand before our Creator. Noah needed an ark to go into in order to be safe from the judgment. And in the same way, all of us need a place of safety when God's judgment comes. 1 Timothy 2:5 says, there is only one God and one mediator between God and mankind, the man Christ Jesus. Jesus is the only one that provides safety when judgment comes. We need to take what God says as real and true. Faith is committing to someone you cannot see. Like Noah, who in faith acted and built a ship, we must act in faith as we consider what God says is coming. And we must trust in God's only way to be ready to stand before him. You know, like the people in Noah's day, many will probably laugh or think we're crazy. However, we need to consider the value of our eternal soul and what God says is coming. You know, my prayer is that each of us be like Noah, by faith acting on what God says he requires. I see I'm at the gangway, so I'm going to end now. Thank you for listening. God bless you.